Hi, I'm Nikki Moore, Ambassador Diamond with the company, and I just wanted to make a really quick video about the gist of Host to Post. I'm getting a lot of questions, and I know a lot of you are new. So I want to show you really quickly about the Host to Post, explain that, and give you some tricks and tips to help make it a little bit more manageable and give you some ease when you are doing Host to Post. Because at the end of the day, we want to work smarter, not harder, right? So the concept of Host to Post is networking socially. So if you are in a company or a business, you're going to do networking, which means that you're going to meet new people, you're going to talk to new people, you're going to share your product, your ideas, your company with other people in the hopes that they would want your goods or your services. My husband is a chiropractor, and he was in a BNI group. So when he was in this BNI group, the goal was to meet new people, to educate them on the concept of chiropractic care, to share the services that he offered, and to hopefully get them in the front door, right? So that he could help them and they could utilize his services. And so what we're doing with our company is the same concept. We are meeting and greeting, and we want to talk to new people, and we want to share our product line with them so that they can be healthier, they can look younger, they can feel better. All of those things that go along with the products that we offer. And so we need to continually outreach and talk to new people. We can't stay stagnant within our own group and with our own circle, right? We need to network, and that's why this is network marketing. So sometimes that gets a bad rap, but network marketing is something that everybody does. I don't care if you own a clothing boutique, if you have a bookstore, if you are a dentist, if you are a child care provider, any of those professions, if you're a chef, you are constantly networking with other people to share your product and your goods and your services. So that's what we're doing. So one of the great benefits of what we do is we can offer this online as well. So we can certainly do it in person through vendor events. We can do it through referrals from friends and customers, but we can also branch out and expand our reach online socially. And there's a lot of different platforms that you can do it with. And so I'm going to share with you really quickly on how to network and how to share on social media. My main platforms are Facebook and Instagram, and I want to show you a couple tricks that I use when I am on Facebook to make it a little bit more manageable. So Host to Post is simply where you are asking somebody else to post on your behalf. You're really asking them for a referral. You're saying, hey friend, hey so-and-so, hey customer, would you mind sharing one of my products with your audience in hopes that I would have a greater reach? I mean, that's the basic concept. And so in exchange for that, you can offer them, you can just ask them to do it to be kind, right? The other thing that you can do is you can ask them if they would do it. If you do any drawings of any sort, you could enter them into your drawing. If you are willing to give out some sample packs or some products in exchange for customer orders, you can let them know that you will make sure to compensate them in a way, right? That's what it is you would say, hey, depending on who orders from this post, I'm more than happy to send you a product or some coffee samples or whatever you have on hand or whatever you're willing to do. So that's the basic concept. So you're going to ask people, hey, I have a quick favor to ask you. Would you mind doing this post for me, and in exchange, depending on who orders from it, I will give you free product and I will enter you into my next contest. That's what I do. That's what I share with people. And so I want to share my screen with you and show you a couple tricks that I'm going to make so that we make this easier. So let's get my screen shared. Is it going to let me? There we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen, and we're going to get this off. Okay, so here is my personal page. So on your personal page, you have access to your settings. So you can go to this drop down arrow. You'll see across the top your name, home, friend requests, your messages, your notifications, and then there's this little drop down. You can click this drop down and then you can go to your settings, okay? So when you go to your settings, you will see along the side that there are options for you. The one option would be to go to the timeline and tagging. So we're gonna go to timeline and tagging. I have mine shut down in terms of people that can post to my timeline are friends. Who can see what others post? Friends. You know, I'm not specific about vocabulary, so I don't want to hide certain words from my timeline. You can put in whatever you want. Tagging. Who can see the post? My friends. When you're tagged in a post, who can see that? Friends. This is what's really important, is this review. Review posts you're tagged in before the post appears on your timeline. You want this to be on. You can edit it over here. Review tags that people add to your post before the tags appear on Facebook. On. Okay? So I want those to be on, because when people post on my behalf for me, then I have the ability to add it to my timeline or not. If I have a night where I'm sitting on my phone and I'm asking 15, 20, 30, 40 people to post on my behalf, and I get a few people that say yes, I do not want my feed to say, my friend Nikki is looking for, my friend Nikki was wondering, is anybody looking to grow their hair out? My friend Nikki. I don't want that on my wall. So what you can do is you can edit that so then it only appears in your settings. So you would go here to these three dots, go to timeline setting. Oh, sorry. We're gonna go to our activity log. Okay, and this is where you can look at your timeline review. Okay. Okay, so this is if people tag you and you want it on your wall. So I'm gonna add this to my timeline. Okay, so here is somebody just tagged me randomly for her stuff. She didn't ask me, she just randomly tagged me in her little contest. I don't want all of this on my wall, so I'm gonna hide it off of my wall. My tag is still there, I don't care. So then here is a host to post. So I choose to hide it or add it, okay? Here is one, okay? So this obviously is a little bit better. Here's another one. So I have the options, as you can see, some are great and some don't get a lot of response at all. So anyways, I have the ability to add it. This is also how I can check it. So I can go through and I can say, okay, there's no comments on this one. This one, there's comments. I can go ahead and check and make sure that I got everybody. These are a little bit older. After a while, you can just hide them. So this is how I go back and I check on my timeline review. I decide, okay, let me go check, make sure I touch base with everybody and I answered the questions. It's in one place for me. So again, you're gonna go to the activity log and then you go to the timeline and tagging. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense for you. So that's one of the first things that I want you to do is I want you to turn off those notifications so they don't pop up on your wall and so that your whole page isn't spammed by you essentially, right? So then what we can do is we can go to, let me see. I'm going to share my text replacement with you. Text replacement is just a really nice, succinct, shortcut way that you can share a message with people. So a lot of times what happens is when we ask people to host a post for us, we're asking the same thing over and over again. Mine typically starts with, hey girl, I got a quick question for you. Or, hey Nikki, I have a quick question for you. Or, hey, I've got a really quick question for you, and no, I'm not asking you to buy anything, okay? So those are my two intros that I ask people because I want to pique their curiosity and I want them to get back to me. How many times have you messaged somebody on Messenger, on Facebook, or Instagram, and they see it and they don't get back to you, okay? So if I spill out everything, chances are if the answer is no, they're not gonna let me know. So we'll get to that part in a minute. So the first part is that ask them, hey, would you do me a favor? Okay, so I have created in my phone text replacement, and there's shortcuts that you can create so that you can just type it out. So hey, how are you? I've got a quick question for you. You want to make the shortcut something that you're not going to use shorthand all the time because you don't want to pop up all the time. So mine is H0P. For me, that is host to post, and 0, that's the ground floor entry. That's how I think of it. Use any shortcut that you want. But for me, I use H0P. And then they message me and they say, hey, what's going on? My next message is, would you be open to me giving you a post that you would post on your timeline? And based on who orders from that, I can send you free product, and I'll also enter you into my next drawing. Would you be open to that? That's my next message to them. And so that is H1P, because that's my first message for host to post. So my ground floor is I'm asking them, can I ask you a question? And then my first question is would you do this for me? So I have H1P. And then they say, yeah, absolutely, no problem. And so mine is, thank you so much. I super appreciate it. All you have to do is copy and paste this post for me, and I will answer all the questions. I'll do the rest of the work, and make sure you tag me. I want them to tag me because I want to have them on my timeline approval list. I'm not going to approve them, but I want to have a place that I can go back and check. It's a lot easier than having a list and having to type in that person's name and look at that person. I can stay on top of it and check my messages a lot quicker. All I have to do is open it, check comments. Nope, nobody new commented. Yep, somebody did, get back to them. It's a lot easier for me to do it that way. So then my one is like, thanks, I appreciate it, is H2P, okay? So those are my initial host to post texts. And then after that, depending on which one I do, I have it under whatever, I have HP cleanse for host to post cleanse, HP keto coffee for keto coffee. And those are my initial things that I'm asking them to post. And so I'll ask them to do it. So I'm going to show you really quick what I have. And then, okay. There it is. Okay, so here is my phone, right? And so in order to create your text replacements, this is only for iPhones. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do an Android. I should have probably, I'll have to put that, I'll make sure that I'll put that in my description. So here is settings. So I'm gonna go to settings, and then I'm going to go down to general, and then I'm going to go down to keyboard. I'm going to hit keyboard. Okay. Once I get to keyboard, I'm going to go to text replacement. Okay, from here is all of my text replacements. I keep trying to scroll with my mouse. So these are all of my text replacements that I'm using, okay? At first it was like, oh my gosh, I don't wanna make the time. I've slowly incorporated this into it, okay? So you don't feel like overwhelmed. This is how you do a text replacement. You're gonna go into the upper right-hand corner and you're gonna hit the plus and you're gonna type in your phrase. So one thing that's nice to do is to wish people happy birthday when it's their birthday, right? Sometimes if you have a lot of friends on Facebook like I do, you might have 15 birthdays that are all on the same day. And so you're like, happy birthday, hope you have a great day, happy birthday. So what we can do is we can create a phrase and we can write in happy birthday. We can do an emoji. Hope you have, oops, how about if I can type? Hope you have a great day. Okay, so there's a message. So make it sincere, something that you would say. And then your shortcut, I'm gonna do HBD 1. Actually, I'm gonna do the 1 first in case I shortcut it ever. not popping up. HBD. Happy birthday. See, look at it. Hope you have an amazing day. I already have that in there. I already have it in there, but so that's what I would make it. So I'll just do happy birthday 1, okay? And then I'm gonna save it, okay? Then I can even go in and do another one like, hope today is, gosh, great. And all your birthday wishes come true. Happy birthday. So whatever, right? So that would be like, for me, happy birthday 2, okay? So I'll save that, okay? So these are my host of posts that I have. Now, it seems a little overwhelming. So what I've done is I have created a short list. So these are my host of posts right here. So I basically went into my notes section on my Mac and I typed in, you know, on my phone, HBD1, HBD2, and I did it, and so all my things would pop up. So I just had a cheat sheet. So you could print this cheat sheet until you're familiar with your own shorthand. I guess I didn't even show you. Hold on. All right, here it is. So here's my cheat sheet, right? So I just basically created the text, you know, how to do it. And then when I was on my phone and my notes, I would type HBD1 and it would, there it is. See, it pops up, enter. And then I do HBD2 and it pops up. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know it would pop up on my computer. This is like life-changing right here. So I have to type it in HBD1, and I'm gonna have to exit out here because I just wanna see what the shorthand is. See how I have the shorthand in front of it, okay? So you just have to be careful when you put the shorthand in so you know it. So anyway, so this is really great, right? So let's go to Denise Walsh. Okay. So if it was her birthday, I would just do HBD1. It's not going to work on my computer, okay? But that's what I would do on my phone. So maybe it doesn't work on my computer. Nope. Okay. So that's exactly how we would do it. Easy peasy. So that is how we do our hosted post. So we're going to go in, we're going to message people, we're going to ask them if they would do this hosted post for us, but it's going to be that much easier. Instead of taking the time to have to type everything out or having it in your notes and copying and pasting it, we can create a shorthand, and therefore we can get that text out a lot quicker and be a lot more efficient. So hopefully that helps you with text replacement and seeing a little bit of the tricks and how to do it. The other thing that you can do is you can save your things that you like to collections. So in every post, there's this 3 little dots in the upper right-hand corner. If you click on those dots, you can create it. You can save it to a collection. Let me try to show you here. Share my screen one more time. Okay. So here is, let's say that Denise posted this for me. I would go ahead and click this, and I would save it. And then I can even add it to a collection if I want to, and you can create your own collections. So then I would save that. So I have 8 unopened saves this week, okay? In order to get those saves, you go to your home, and you can access them along the side then. You're saved right here. Here's your saved, okay? So there we go. That is that. That is how we do it. And hopefully you'll be able to get those out a lot quicker. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Have a great day.